What are the common misconceptions that people have about the service?
That people think that service is only about combat or war. Otherwise, people have this feeling that life is very glamorous and adventurous and all. People are trained to get over these traumas or not get into that traumatic situations. They should be ready to face the tough situations also.
Welcome to Chitkara News. Today on our show, we have retired Air Commodore Rajendra Dharmani. He's going to talk to us about his experience in the service. About 30 years. He served from 1973 to 2008. That's a very long time. He's going to discuss his leadership skills. He's going to talk about a few myths, work-life balance in the service.
Joined Indian Air Force in 1973 and retired in September 2008. I retired from the rank of Air Commodore.
तो इतने ईयर्स आपने काम किया
Yeah.
तो आपने लीडरशिप को लेके क्या सीखा थ्रू आउट द इयर्स इन द सर्विस?
ऐसा है कि लीडरशिप जो है ये एक इवॉल्विंग कंसेप्ट है. जैसे आप जब ज्वाइन करते हो कोई सर्विस तो यू ज्वाइन एट ए लोअर रैंक. दैट टाइम योर पर्सपेक्टिव अबाउट सर्विस इज डिफरेंट. You basically concentrate on your own skill development, meeting the goals, meeting the high standards, improving your own capabilities. But as you grow, you reach in a middle level position. That time your perspective changes because that time you are managing a diverse group, people with diverse culture, diverse capabilities. So you are more concerned about the guiding the people, their skill development, and achieving the goal through them. And as you rise further, then your perspective starts changing about your family. Also, you have family, you have children, they are going to schools. So then you start thinking about them also. And then जैसे जैसे आप आगे बढ़ेंगे तो उसके बाद आप हायर लेवल पे जाएंगे तो then the picture of broader national security, national concerns, geopolitics, all these things come into play.
So you're away from your family for such a long time. Do you ever miss them? Any problems that they face that you face over the years?
Actually, when there are long deployments and frequent relocations are there, so that time problems do come. In services, there is a system of support also from unit side, but still, problems are there, and the time and money is certainly wasted.
Is work-life balance a common issue then?
वर्क लाइफ में ऐसा है कि at any senior level in any service, the demands are unrelenting. The demands of service, your meetings, your conferences, your own job. But you have to strategize. You see, one strategy could be that you have to block some time for yourself. You can't compromise on your physical and mental fitness. You have to take out time for that. Activity, weekend activities, activities with your family. Because if you take holidays and go out with your families, it works as a recharging of your mental and physical batteries. That's number one. Number two is that if you communicate with your family and your family is aware about your workload, your responsibilities, then the expectations from families are also set accordingly. So there are no disappointments from that angle. Third thing I think is everybody is a human being. You are also a human being. You may be at a very high level or whatever level you are. You are prone to your mistakes. You must accept those mistakes. You, so this will also reduce some stress. So work and life balance will be a little better in that case.
Often we see many cliches. Like, for example, we see many movies that are made on the military, many Hollywood films that are very famous. You see Tom Cruise flying a plane in Top Gun. Is there any memories you recall, something that felt very somewhat cool that happened in the?
In movies and otherwise, people have this feeling that life is very glamorous and adventurous and all. There is some glamour and heroics are there, but on practical life, it's there are some unglamorous and tough things are also there, because life in Forge is not that simple. The working situations like tough sites, the work environment, sudden traumatic conditions may also occur. So these things do have toll on you. So people should not think that Forge is only clever.
Does it leave any the years of service lead any sort of trauma in the long run?
In war scenarios, of course, people go through trauma, but our service is such that we have support system. People are trained to get over these traumas or not get into that traumatic situations. And psychologically, physically, and mentally, people are trained to get over these things.
What are the common misconceptions that people have about the service? Some things people think, some people that things that may be myths, or we overhype stuff obviously sometimes. So what do you think about that? Any common misconceptions?
There are many misconceptions about service. One is that people think that service is only about combat or war. Of course, war is one thing for which defense people are trained. Air Force is also called for during floods and all these things. So people are trained not only for war, they are trained for logistics, engineering, and medical support in such cases also. For peacekeeping missions they go. Then other thing is that people have this conception that Faujis are very rigid.
Very stoic, very deadly.
They are not very rigid. I mean, flexibility is there. People are trained to take decisions in changing situations. Because at front, when you go, situations change. You can't have a rigid mindset that I'll work in this way only. That other misconception is that people think that we can't say no. No is not accepted. Yes, discipline is paramount, undoubtedly. But it's not expected that if some order is given and the person goes to execute it and situation changes there, so he can't have his own initiative. Person is capable of taking his initiative. So people, officers are trained to in problem solving, taking decisions and all.
So you just told me that people in the army, they improvise a lot. It's not the stereotypical representation. It's just yes, no. So does it bother you a little when Shah Rukh Khan says "Hum Jawan hai," or when he plays a role like Pathan or something like that? Then the representation is very stoic, very aggressive.
No, it doesn't really bother. They are they are not. I mean, representing the real life, probably. In movies and all, you have to look at other angles also.
Dramatize it a bit.
Dramatize it. Otherwise, it may not be commercially viable.
So you are able to enjoy it at the same
Yes,
time?
yes. It is
Or are you
just-
thinking, no, no, that's wrong, that's wrong?
No, no, it is just for entertainment.
So you're able to differ.
And you go and entertain yourself, that's all.
Okay, so then my last question to you is, now that we have talked so much, what do you think about the young people who aspire to join the service, the Air Force, the Navy, or any sort of service? What's your advice to them?
First of all, we talked about glamour. So people shouldn't join the service thinking that it's a very glamorous life. They should be ready to face the tough situations also. For that, mental and physical fitness is very important. Of course, when defense training is given to remain fit, But before joining, if somebody is doing some fitness regimes like meditation, if he's doing, then his mental fitness will be very great. He'll be able to cope up with the stress situations. He'll not lose his mental balance when the traumatic situations are there. Then the person aspiring to join the defense, he should think that defense is teamwork and leadership. Because a person alone may be very brilliant, very brave, but he can't achieve the goal if the team is not working. As a team, people have to work. So for this, my advice will be that people should join games, group activities. They should volunteer in some social activities where they will develop these give and take type of traits. There they will be able to help their peers. They will know, communicate with their group. They will know what are their weaknesses. They will be able to support them. So these are leadership qualities. So these are very important aspects which a youngster should keep it in mind. Sense of purpose means that, of course, you are joining defense. You should know that when you are joining defense, you are working for the national security. So there you are keeping your self-interest behind the interest of your subordinates or the nation in general. This is very important. These are some of the advices I'd like to say.
So thank you very much. It was amazing talking to you. Before talking to you, I always felt people in army were very stoic, very strict. Partially that is true. I still believe that nothing can change that view of mine. But it was enlightening talking to you, talking about leadership, different perspectives, and hopefully we do this again someday. And again, thank you.
No, thank you very much. But stoic of course, people have to be stoic at time. When it is business, you have to take the work done.
Right.
People have to be stoic. But most of the time, people are very humanitarian and very compassionate about their subordinates.
It is good to know that our country is in safe hands.
Thank you so much.